Swoosh! Me met her and just I finished watching Raw that I taped from last night, and what a fucking awesome show, you know. And I don't say that too much about Raw. Usually Raw is just okay, you know, but I actually really enjoyed this episode. It really covered a lot, you know, coming into WrestleMania, so very cool, you know, because you have the Kevin Owens show. Kevin coming out as, I guess what was supposed to be a Texan, but he looked more like Yosemite Sam. Comes out and introduces Seth Rollins. They do the Kevin Owens show. They bring out Chad Gable and Otis Dosovich, and pretty much, you know what? I was entertained. I thought it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. And I don't say that too much about WWE when it comes to the entertainment aspect. But this was actually pretty cool. They had their little show and back and forth or whatever, and Kevin hit a stunner, which started the match. This was really good. And Kevin and Seth work well together, which make me feel like they should win the titles at some point. That would be fucking amazing. It may not happen though. Just kind of can see that. But honestly, I think that if that does not happen, what have Seth and Kevin number 2 at WrestleMania 38. You know, that could be a possibility. But yeah, they won. Kevin hit the stunner. You had Seth hit the curb stomp, and yeah, they won. So you had T-Bar versus Almost, and I guess Almost is 7'4", which I guess that's accurate. He's pretty tall, but anyways, he has a squash, you know. Dominic Dijakovic did not stand a chance. So, anyways, you have Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan, who defeated the Irish-Scottish Connection, and Becky Lynch, Piper Niven, and Nikki Cross, and pretty good match too. I mean, they really used Becky's braid to her advantage. I never thought I would see somebody use somebody else's hair that much, but she got hers and she whipped the piss out of Becky. Becky's got them little marks on her chest or stomach, whatever, and yeah, they were able to pick up the win, so we'll see where that goes. And then we have Tommaso Ciampa, who took on Bobby Roode, and this was a good match. You have Dolph Ziggler that joined Bobby, and this was good. Tommaso has a new theme song, so there it is. And I saw highlights of Dolph Ziggler versus Tommaso Ciampa, and that was a good match on NXT. I can't wait to see the whole match when I see it, but anyways, this was a good match. Tommaso did win and got attacked by the Dirty Dogs, so there it is. You have Reggie and Dana Brooke versus Tamina and Akira Tozawa in a mixed tag match. As much as those segments get boring, this was actually a good match. Reggie and Dana won. So, yeah, kind of expected Reggie to do a roll up on Dana, but it is what it is. You got The Miz with an excitement with Ray and Dominic. Honestly, didn't pay attention, but we had the Hurt Business versus Ray and Dominic, and it was a pretty good match. You have Dominic do the whole Eddie thing, and then, there's that. So, yeah, Hurt Business ended up picking up the win, which I'm, really glad. I'm glad that those two are still a team. Like, Cedric Alexander is a very good wrestler, and I mean, coming in when he had the Cruiserweight title, I wish he would have had more, but, it is what it is, like I said. Of course, Shelton Benjamin's always a good wrestler as well, but you have the Street Profits versus RK Bro. Street Profits won. There's a point where Montez Ford jumped off the top rope and landed on Randy, and basically Randy dislocated his shoulder, which was not expected, but yeah, they lost the match. So I don't know what this means for next week, but we'll see what happens. If it's not a triple threat, I don't know what's going to happen. And yeah, the team may break up at some point, but we'll see. You have Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Damian last week had the open challenge for his US Championship, and Finn Balor answered the call. So this was cool as well. I mean, it was a close call, obviously, but Finn Balor did the coup de grace and got the win. So he's celebrating. Damian gets on the mic. Out of nowhere, berates the fans, saying they were behind Finn Balor. And, behind him more so than they were when Damian was the champion. Which is way out of left field. But anyways, he attacks Finn Balor, so there's a heel turn. We'll see where that goes. I could possibly see a match at WrestleMania, a rematch. So that'll be have Edge coming out, talking about WrestleMania, talking about an opponent, an open challenge, if you will, which has caused AJ Styles to come out. So obviously, we all knew AJ Styles was going to answer the call. They were going to have a match at WrestleMania. So there it is. And there was a hint about it last week when Edge was talking. So, again, back and forth. And Edge goes and attacks AJ. So another heel turn. And it ends up, you have Dick Kick City. I feel bad for AJ though, because if, it's not Nakamura, it's Edge, At least we all know that AJ Styles remembers to wear a fucking cup! Yes, that doesn't get old. But anyways, that excitement ends right after Edge hits a concerto to AJ Styles, and the match is set. WrestleMania, Edge versus AJ Styles. So that's pretty cool. So, very good Raw. I was very happy. Like I say, SmackDown was always my favorite of the two, but this was a good episode. So, anyhow, yeah, talk to you later. Bye.
So that them cutting WCW was a long time coming. But I think that there's this myth out there that Jamie Keller that's why he took pleasure in cutting WCW. I don't think that's the case at all. Because if you look at some of his earlier interviews,